Mommy, don't cry. Daddy, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Now we be the Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. I want you Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Oh, now we be the Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Hello, hello. I want you Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Freedom is here, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. I want you Biafra, yeah. Freedom, freedom is here. It's hey, yeah, 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 na, na, yeah, 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 yeah. You walk it on down, hey, Papa God, I want to thank you for this beautiful thing what you did do for us. Finally, Biafra is here. So make you never give up. I know, yes, they killed us many years back. I know, yes, they try to pull us down, but this kind of work this way. Thank you for all the good things. Now you don't make us better, eh? Now everything done better, eh? Now thank you for the good things. See everything done better, eh? We're living fine. Brother Kaiga Waniru Kaika Mulanyo. Brother Biko Gawaniru. It makes me cry when I see my brothers being killed. Nigerian soldiers keep on killing us because we said for freedom. Yeah, take my life, but you can never take away that joy. Freedom is ours. We got what it takes to live. Hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Now we be the Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Hello, hello. I want you Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Freedom is here, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. I want you Biafra, yeah. Biafra, my country, Biafra. Yes, we never give up. Yes, we never give up. Never give up. No, they give up. My country, Biafra, eh? We no go give up. Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. Everywhere you go, we have what it takes. We have what it takes. Biafra, yeah, yeah, yo.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill all over the world, I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Kafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And I know that one day every one of us will understand the implication, the mindset behind those words. As Wichukafomefo is standing on the deputizing capacity on behalf of Supreme Leader Mazen Nandi Okukano, the Prince of Afari Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran nation. He's from Afari Ibeku. Afari Ibeku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. There is no better way to describe this man, because they didn't come here with promises, thriller load of promises to convince us. They certainly don't have the money it takes to buy us. because they are not as rich as those criminals who stealing resources from our land and impoverishing us. Very soon they start dashing you 1,000, and you will be in the street as a Nigerian that you are, and you'll be shouting, vote for this one, vote for this one. You vote for these criminals. And then I can see that the Nigerian politicians, they are kind, because you deserve worse than this. In the presence of this evil, you followed them. But our leaders didn't promise you silver nor gold, because they have none. Of course, you read your Bible, the apostles say, silver and gold we have none, but what we have we give unto you. One said, the heart of this project will not see corruption, and the other said, Biafra must be restored. I think they are fair enough. I am George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. You must acknowledge the Creator, Chukwukika, because in the end, we wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle against principality and power. We wrestle against the Sabu. We wrestle against gossipers, instigators, evil men and women sold into the heart of this project. We wrestle against unfriendly friend. We wrestle against household enemy. We wrestle against principalities and power, wicked spirit in the heavenly places. We wrestle against all of them. Make no mistake about that. Just early this morning, those Yoruba 419 jobless boy working with the misguided fella, the owner of Facebook. Look at all of them. They are playing with my platform. We will not apologize. We tell you the truth. You get angry. You call it rebellion. But we know this truth. I won't proceed until I acknowledge the Creator. Because in the end, all of you must hail Biafra. We know how it works. We know the game they played in the issue of Nelson Mandela. At the end of the day now, they're telling, oh, he's a warrior, he's a this, but we know what you did to him. America was once a rebellious country because she wanted to opt out of the camp, the slavery of the British. Today, you are singing the glory of America. India was once a terrorist nation, a terrorist people, because they refused to be allowed themselves to be starved to death. And they did all they could, all they can. Today, all of you are singing their praises. In fact, almost the whole world now go to India for medical treatment. It's amazing. And then when I look at China and Japan, Korean nation, Malaysia and Indonesia, they want to subdue people into the same condition they have been in the hand of British government. I say, may God have mercy upon all of you. Because you were once a terrorist nation. Because you fought for your right to be liberated. And today it is our turn. As Biafran people that we are, we have always been and we shall remain. For all eternity, we are here once again, fighting for our right to self-determination, which was first of all God-given, before there was anything like United Nations or Nation United. These are seat of shame, except they do what they truly project to the world that they represent. And then there are some criminal elements in Nigeria. They tell you these are IPOB. They are the proscribed terrorist organization. But the world know they lie. You know terrorists. We are fighting to control our time and space. We want to be the author of our destiny. We want to tell our own story the way it is, without grievance, without any mindset against anybody. And then we are terrorists. And but there are people who are there raping and killing and causing mayhem everywhere. A pastor from Yoruba church, Usibanjo, said they are common criminal. Treat them like your neighbor. But the same person said, if you see IPOB, don't tolerate them, crucify them, murder them. The amazing thing there is that it is the resources from our land they use to sponsor terrorism against us. And they call us terrorism at the end of the day. But I pass a message to them. We understand how all these things work. When falsehood become an institution in an empire of lie like Nigeria, I tell you the truth. When you say the truth, it looks like you are rebellion. A lot of people are not going to be happy They tell you, they insult people, they do this one, they do that one, they do this one. It's not good. It is because you have been living in a country that is built on falsehood. So the truth look like a rebellion. But if telling you the truth, if exposing all of you without being diplomatic is what will make us rebellion. And then for the rest of our life, we will run on the offense. We shall be rebellion to the end. But if we are still standing today, it is not because we have the power of our own. It is because there is a creator that sits in heaven and he presides over the affair of man. And I must acknowledge him this morning before we proceed. I have no power of my own. I have no power of my own. Chukukika Biama, I look up to you. Help me. I have no power of my own. We have no power of our own. We have no power of our own. Chukwukika Biama, we look up to you. Help us, because we have no power of our own. Imakwananye na jage mao, makana eziokwu ịbụ sọ mma o, ịhụnanya na gị, obiọma gị, o juru anya dadi o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ịbụ Alpha na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na dị mma o. Isi onye mara ihe ibe mari akpọwa iji ha. Onye mara ihe ibe mari akpọwa iji ha. This is one of the first lessons I learned in my life. And it's amazing. At this stage, we see this evidence of this evil replicating. There is an adage in my place. It says, Onye mari ihe ibe mari akpọwa iji ha. In other words, if you know what they know, they say you are a bad person. You wake up in the morning, for instance, your neighbor will put charm, as we call it, on your doorstep. You see the charm, you cross, and you didn't fall into the trap or charm. They will say, oh, God, help him. Thank God it didn't happen. Hey, he escaped him. God save him. The next day, they will not give up. They will still come back. And the moment they come back, they will do the same thing. Because you know what they know, you will still escape them. They will say, now wow, the guy still escape him. And then they come back the next time, they still replan this evil. Because in Jaguale, evil will never end in the land. And you still escape them. The next thing they will say is that guy is a bad guy. He's evil. That man is evil. Why is it evil? Because you poison me and I refuse to die. I'm evil. Because you put juju, it cannot kill me. So I'm evil. Because you have been setting trap for me since the day you know me to kill me, to bring me down. I didn't fall into any of them. So I'm evil. I'm evil. Today, IPOB is a terrorist because they will not fall into the trap of the zoo. They will not sell out for any reason. And so you are evil. Irrespective of whose alt is God, we have been killed, we have been murdered, we have been incarcerated. Many more we have to die. Many more will still be incarcerated. Head in different secret dungeons across the world. And we will not give up. And so we are evil. When you are judging anybody, you judge yourself first of all. But we understand how it works. It is simple. A country built on falsehood will look at truth as an act of rebellion. How dare you say the truth? How dare you say the truth? Even if you want to say the truth, bend your mouth and coil your tongue. And so you sound like a British person or a Caucasian person or a Chinese person. And then the truth will have value. But you say the truth like African man. You are evil. But we will continue being evil. We will continue being rebellious if saying the truth. It's what it takes to be a terrorist. But killing people makes you a holy man of God and a holy man of Allah. And then let God be the judge in the end. Once again, I welcome you this morning. Our topic this morning is simple. Happy life in advance is all you can get from Nigeria. You are a Nigerian and you believe you are a Nigerian, you see yourself as a Nigerian anywhere in the world, you must understand why we are here. Because the only thing you can get from Nigeria as a Biafran is happy life. They know how to do it. The Yoruba have 10%. The Hausa have 45%. The remaining 45% belong to the British government and the association of terrorists across the globe who call themselves colonial master, who actually build cities on the expense and the misery of our people, who are trying to teach you moral, who know nothing about moral. But it's going to sound rebellion and abusive. And what grammar do they use? And hate speech because you say the truth. If the world want to know or rather project themselves that yes, they are honest in all they are dealing, let them bring back the chain. Let them bring back the chain. But they won't do that. They don't want to talk about it. Instead, they are reprogramming the same process, recycling the same process to keep us where we are. There is a reason why we are here in IPOB. We believe and we know that the next generation of Biafra must not be allowed to go through the same process we have been through. And then we must speak up. We must say the truth. We must confront them, irrespective of who they are. Because the only thing we have so far, it is happy life in advance in a Nigeria. Nothing more, nothing less. Let me digress a little bit. You wake up in the morning, you begin to shout, happy independent, happy independent, happy independent. But little will you know, you are not doing any independent. Nothing happened about the independent, but you are invariably shouting happy independent doom. You are celebrating for your doom. Who the heck is happy that you are in Nigeria? Not to be telling me, now has Nigeria never been independent? Jubri now went to Russia, is looking for ammunition. Is that an independent country? Where you have people here in Biafra land who can manufacture a nuclear warhead that will shake the whole world, and then they respect you. And then because you are collecting 45%, you are lazy, you are wasa, you are barawu dambanza, you are a willing slave, a tools to destroy your own people in the hand of the British government. You are gallivanting everywhere, still depending on everybody. You depend on the world for pure water, you depend on the world for paracetamol, you depend on the world for toothpick, even chocolate, vanilla, all of them you are depending on the war. And you come and tell me happy independence on the pages of newspaper, you are insane. You don't have sense. And God will punish you. Because you know this truth, but you are an accomplice. You know, in an empire built on falsehood, the truth is rebellion. And now I am rebelling, and I shall rebel to the end. Because it is the truth that brought us here. They say IPOB is whiter than white. We must remain whiter than white, or you people will see darker than dark. IPOB are now to us. Onyo bona bine any day, ibine nu sina na to us. Kodezi kanibu ogaranya. But of course, it's become the truth. We should stop deceiving ourselves. Oh, we are Nigerian. Nigeria is a very good. It's a this one. When I see Yoruba live from their mouth and their nose, as before we say with the both sides of their mouth, it amazes me. And I fear human being. I fear them. That is all you have. You know there is no independent in Nigeria. You are still shouting happy independent doom, because this is all you have. You move to the next day. Oh, happy Christmas. That time you are looking at somebody and you are saying happy Christmas or happy New Year or Merry New Year or Merry Christmas. Do you know most of them, majority of them, could not afford to cook a cup of rice that day? But of course they will answer, because this is all we get in Nigeria, and most of you can't see why we do what we do. Christmas is around the corner. October is almost gone. It is going to be November, And so approximately in less than 70 days, we say 60 plus 10. In less than 70 days, you'll be shouting everywhere, oh, Merry Christmas in advance, Happy Christmas in advance, Merry New Year in advance, Merry, again, I say, Happy New Year in advance. You now begin to give them happy, 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 happy. You give one person happy 100 times, but you won't give him a cup of rice. That is all we get. Nothing more, nothing less. This is a good way for you to know who you really are as a Nigerian. Both the Fulanis, both the Hausa, both the Yoruba, both the Middle Belt, both the Niger Delta, both the Delta Niger, all of you, as far as you stand under that umbrella of one Nigeria, this is the only thing you will get. And you're very happy about it. Most of you feel flattered. And somebody wake up one morning and come to you and say, hello, neighbor, Merry Christmas. You're very happy. Your body go just dey sweet you. But that Merry Christmas did not change anything in your life. Honestly, I must tell you the truth. Nigerians pretend and they lie to you, giving you stories of comfort, and you're just like, oh my God, this country is good. Is it what they're talking about, Radio Biafra? It's because you do not know the power of illusion. It's because you do not know how they have kept you down this long. They removed the chain, but they gave you a mindset that you are still on that chain. And truthfully and rightfully, you are still on that chain because you have to emancipate yourself from the real slavery, which is the mental slavery. When I woke up this morning, I went through the newspaper pages. A lot of issue came to my mind, and that is what gave birth to this morning teaching. And they said in that newspaper column that Nigeria has been able to build a policy for prisoners that can match any other rule for prisoners around the globe. It's amazing. It's amazing. Nigerian prison correctional arts confirmed to be one of the best in the world. Do you mean Nigerian prison corruption act? I'm not talking of food, though, the law to control prison yard. Nigeria own is the best in the world, and then America should be here, I must tell you. Then China, Japan, London should be here. And it's like, what kind of lie is this? And you are going to come on Nigerian propaganda media, Yoruba, backed up by British government, and they are going to ask for your opinion. And most of you are going to say, it's a welcome development. Nigerians are trying. They are trying to make sure that those who are in prison, their life is okay, even though they commit crime. But you've never been there. You have never been there. We have been there. We have been to the nook and the cranny of this zoo called Nigeria. You can't tell us otherwise. They packet you like sardine. A room of about 12 feet by 12 feet. They will shock in more than 1,000 people in a room of a space of 12 feet by 12 feet. Let's say approximately 5 meters by 5 meters, depending on the measurement dimension you use. They will put in 1,000 people there in Nigerian prison. And inside that room of 5 meters by 5 meters, you still have the toilet and bathroom there. I remember when I was in Port Harcourt prison. Because I talk about freedom. I woke up that morning in Port Harcourt prison. It should be around 10 a.m. in the morning. I begin to hear wisdom beans, wisdom beans, wisdom beans. I was wondering, does beans have wisdom? They now use a sack bag to bring beans. And they started sharing it. No palm oil, no groundnut oil, no tomato, no pepper, just parboiled beans. And they shared it among us. And they used the cup and gave me my own. I can count the number of beans that was given to me for a meal. But I was just holding the food in my hand. Because in the end, I don't have plate. I'm just a new prisoner. And so they put it in my hand, wisdom beans. Because I'm a member of IPOB and I'm talking about Biafra. And I was watching them. And I called the next person. I said, why are they calling it wisdom beans? He said, my brother, watch the beans very well. If the seed of beans is 100 pieces seed of beans, you have 100 granite stone inside. Which means Port Harcourt prison, they mix concrete, they mix gravel with beans to increase the size of the food. And the brother said, we call it wisdom beans. Because if you use hunger and pour all of them in your mouth, you are dead. Because half of that beans is stone already. So we call it wisdom beans. You eat it with wisdom. You pick the beans like granite. Is it the same way Americans feed their prisoner? I can't believe it. You want to tell me it's not part of the prison correctional facility act? Is that the way they feed you in Britain? You lie. But they have consoled you. Consolation is all you get. You know, in my place, when you lost a loved one, they don't mourn with you. They don't cry with you. They come to you and say to you, if it's your mother, for instance, her leader mother passed away, you tell him, Oga, your mama no go die again. It's a bitter truth, but it's the truth. But some people will say, oh, she had lived a good life, she was wonderful, she was but she is dead. This is the bitter truth. But the truth there, that is the truth above all truth, is that she will not die again. Will she die again? No. So in my place, when you lost someone very dear to you, we don't mourn with you, we don't cry with you, we don't share crocodile tears. Don't you know there are communities when you die, they pay mourners to come and mourn? Even the people who hate you and poison you, they will be among the mourner. They will be crying from morning to night. But they were the one that poisoned you. We don't do that. We come to you and look at you in the face and say, brother, sister, your mother will not die again. And that is the truth. Can you kill Mazena and the Kanu mother again? No. She's dead. She's dead. She won't die again. Maybe the other dying in heaven. Because after this die, there shall be another die. No problem. We don't die this one. We cannot die this one again. It is another die that we are going to die. Do you get it? And I was like, what is all this? But it quickly reminded me that this is how they have been able to recondition us all this while. Happy life in advance. This is all you can get in one Nigeria. This should lead us to start asking certain questions. If these people know how to program us, keep us where we are, you should start asking questions, my brother. Who are the people? Who are these people behind this mindset? Who are these people? Let's not deceive ourselves. You wake up in the morning, they will tell you, oh, the government of the day is committed in doing the second Niger bridge. And one begins to answer, do they pay anybody money for building second Niger bridge? Certainly no. Will even building second Niger bridge improve on the life of the people? The truth is no. It is the same people who are promising you happy good road, a good road you will never see. They are the one that will benefit from it. And now with the closure of Enugu Airport, I think those of you who go through the aviation industry, I hope you are enjoying it. Those criminals who went to collect ordinary 10 million naira, they brought a helicopter to carry them. I doubt if Iwanyango can sit in a vehicle for 4 hours. He will die. He will die. I have a friend in Abuja. Whenever he's coming to my location, he always enter plane. And I was like, why do you waste all this money? He said, guy, if I enter moto, before I reach my destination, a hospital, I go land. But it was not always that way. And so all these people now who are they're trying to think they are human beings, they are not human beings. All these people should come and enter from their village to Lagos, their own capital slavery city. They will be in the hospital. But these people are the ones who carry poster color and paint the same road and come and deceive you. The whole world will be rejoicing. Oh, they have tied the road. They will now put you inside new radio and you'll be lying. He be lying. Yes, they have tried. It's a welcome development. I saw the road. I was thinking I was in China. Of course, you should think you are in China, whereas you are in Obibu. You can think you are in China, whereas you are in Gwangwalada, because you are very, 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 what do I use? Let me withhold that word. This is all we get. Yes, Osibanjo, a Yoruba pastor from Redeemed Christian Church, the first assignment was go and deceive Ogoni people. I remember then Avengers say, if Obasanjo, was it Obasanjo, Buhari come to Ogoni, we will kill him. They now send Yoruba 10%. Because Fulani don't want to die for one Nigeria, but they want to kill everybody for one Nigeria. No Fulani want to die for one Nigeria. That is why they use all of you as willing tools to undo yourself. Don't you ask yourself a question? Happy one Nigeria. That is all you will ever get under this guise of one Nigeria. Osibanjo came there. Oh, we're going to clean Ogoni, clean up. Many Ogoni people collected money, betrayed their own people. Yes, we are this corruption fighter. He's going to do Ogoni for us. Ogoni clean up. Everywhere Ogoni clean up. Shell went behind. Gave all of them 1,000. That 1,000 was to Melu them down. The next day they came to the front of newspaper and tell you that to be able to clean Ogoni, it is going to take about 6,700 years. They have started the cleaning process of Ogoni. And so in 6,700 years, only God knows if the world will still be there. Because the way the world has been programmed for self-destruction, I wonder if there will be human being here in the next 1,000 years. Except God, the Creator, allows it to be so. And then some people will come to newspaper and say, yes, it's a welcome development. After all, is it not only 6,000 years? If we can serve as slave for 4,000 years, and somebody want to clean Ogoni that they destroyed in 1 year, at least it's a welcome development. You are very stupid. So when they lie to you, it's welcome development. It's a welcome development. This is all you get in one Nigeria. They give you promises, false hope. And when we come telling you the truth, you say we are rebellion. They will come out and tell you Nigeria will be the most secure country in the world in 2040. This is all you get. As a child, I have followed this trend. A new government will come in, not because they were democratic elected, but they were criminal, they were terrorists, they were, how did they call this charge they gave to our leader? Treason felonies, or treason felona in the era. These are the people who are supposed to be facing jail term. Forget about the man in Aso Rock is Jubri. The normal Buhari is a genocidaire and he's supposed to be facing treason charge. These people take power by the barrel of the gun because British government said so. And I can remember somebody like Buhari, late Buhari, who was the first person to overthrow, let's assume, the only fair democratic elected president, Alhaji Shehu Shagari. And this is what they tell you. Fellow Nigerian, we want to tell you that the government of the day is corrupt and we are here to fight corruption. And so therefore we have declared a state of emergency. If you are in charge of aviation, you are in charge of army, you are in charge of here, you report immediately under 24 hours or you will be dead. Fellow Nigerian, be patient with us as we correct the correction. They always come as corrective regime and we'll be rejoicing. When I see people talk about war against indiscipline, Idiabo and Buhari, late Buhari, I begin to wonder, how are people normal at all? But I understand the mind game they play with us. War against indiscipline. You can be going to church, this Fulani, then Radio Biafra is not here, so we don't know this is Islamization agenda. We don't know what they were doing. They will stop you before your children and your wife. They will flog you with koboko, with your suit, and tell you to roll inside water and be doing frog jump. And so people are praising it today. It was a war against indiscipline. All the indiscipline Buhari installed now. Can you still come out today and tell me that Buhari actually was war against indiscipline? You people don't have sense. This is all you get in Nigeria. Yes, it's a war against indiscipline. He disciplined everybody. He stole and he stole. Now he's still disciplining you. What is he doing? He's dead now. He's still disciplining you through Sudani, through Jubri. but you can't see it. We will not stop until the truth is laid bare for all to see. This is the reason why we are here. If you keep clinging to one Nigeria, it is only happy independent, happy Christmas Day, happy New Year Day, happy Easter Day, happy Valentine Day, happy Lovers Day. It is only happy, happy, happy that you will never be happy in your life. You can only say, oh, thank you, thank you. Don't you get it? Nigeria will become giant of Africa in 2030. No, they were telling us Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Today now, they are striving to become giant of Africa. I thought they were giant of Africa. Giant of criminals. Are you not ashamed of yourself? With all the natural and human resources endowed by God upon our lives and our land. Look at you. It's a Nigerian. Look at you. I saw one black man. He was going through one criminal nation airport. It should be Britain, because they know how to do those things. You are counting Biafrans aside now. You want to kill us. You people don't know what you are doing to yourself. I hope it will not be too late before you know. They took this man and tear gassed the wife. I love that man, whoever that man is, even though you are in prison now. May he be well with you. He beat up these terrorist policemen who are there destroying Africa, and then they are stopping black people from coming to their land. And then there are some hopeless black people who are there killing their own people just to protect the same people killing their mother and their father. And I'm sure that guy did give them a beating of their life. But it's rebellion, but it's the truth. I'm moving with my wife, you tear gas my wife, you better kill me before you do that. But of course, some people say, no, you should have lived them, you are a gentleman. If that is what it takes to be a gentleman, and then I shall never be a gentleman in my life. If belonging to a country is a country like that, and then I shall be a stateless man all the days of my life. Wake up, Biafrans. These are game going on already. You can boast and tell me you have oil. This oil, you will never benefit from it. You won't even see how it look like. You can be there shouting, I'm Niger Delta, we have oil. Do you know how crude oil actually look like? Do you know how many type of crude oil we have? You can never know, because it has been fenced out. Babangida once said, when the Delta people complained about what oil company were doing to them, Babangida said to them, please relocate to Katsina State and let government do what they want to do in Delta State. Then it was Bender State. Or was it Bender State? It was Delta State, because he created Delta State. And people were like, it's true now, it's true now. If you don't like what oil company are doing, go to Katsina State. They said they will give you free land. Maybe some people left then. But they are not giving up their Boko Haram land to you. You don't know it is gold, and some of the precious stone in that land, Sambisa Forest, is what they are fighting over. To kill the minority Hausa and take over their land. They kill Kaduna, they kill Satan Kaduna, they kill Plateau. The reason why they are doing those things, the same way they are killing us, because they want to be the right owner of the oil well, and most of you don't see this. Have you ever wondered what the fate of our children will be? There is nothing Nigerians have to offer us. Nothing. You must understand that this has been one of the techniques they are using to undermine us as a people. They use it against us. And then we spend our whole life believing for a better tomorrow. A better tomorrow that will never come. Let us rise and save the next generation. That is all we are asking for. Nothing more, nothing less. Look at how intelligent you think you are. Look at how rich you think you are. Your village, there is no road to eat as a Biafra. Fulani herdsmen can kill anybody and nothing will happen. They have closed down your airport, and God knows that the whole tenure of Jubri in office, nobody will land in Enugu. It's just the same way Kezia Ekpazo is building center table in Abia State, and some people are rejoicing that he's building a flyover. The first flyover in the whole of Abia State. it will never be completed. It's just like the same monorail that is built by Chibuike Amechi there in Rivers State. It will never be completed. Don't let them deceive you, Biafrans. If we clench to one Nigeria, we can only be getting happy, 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 that you will never be happy.
On destruction every day. Some are living, some exist like every day. What's only for them and to get the whole world. But very soon you lose your soul as well. One of you that's planning to kill your friend. Remember that is watching you out there. And you think you can hide from this brother. But it's those you were shall for you. When the judgment shall come no more. That's why I say you should let me be, brother. For without no event that we know is free. Yes, if you let me be my girl, must let you be. Let me be my brother, let me be. Let me be my sister, let me be. Let me be my brother, tell you, let me be. Let me be my sister, say, let me be. Let me be my brother, let me be. Let me be my sister, let me be. Let me be my brother, tell you, let me be. Let me be my sister, let me be. I'm not going to be with us. We cannot do more later. But not man, I can do my prophet no harm. For the wrath of them must solely follow for you. And the gates shall be brought from their throne. As much as small as you. But very soon, them the biggest to be. And the best now come to be the last. And the last now come to be the best. Oh, let me be my brother, let me be. Let me be my sister, let me be. Let me be my brother, tell you, let me be. Let me be my sister, say, let me be. Let me be my brother, let me be. Let me be my sister, let me be. Let me be my brother, tell you, let me be. Let me be my sister, let me be. It's peace all over this nation, but no one can ask why. This mystery all over this nation, tribalism all over this nation.
Court at this moment, our lines are open. The WhatsApp line remains 070 815 45642. Our WhatsApp line is 070 815 45642. Our direct line is 081 221 52971. Our direct line is 081 221 52971. Special number for the female is 081 288 58614. Special number for the female is 081 288 58614. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mazi, good morning.
Good
My
morning,
love,
Owa.
Mazi, God will bless you. Good morning, sir. All your efforts, my greatly down at the camera, Mazi, God will bless everybody. Mazi, there is what I need to know. If there is one music you played day before yesterday, they said you invited to get. I've been looking for that music. I can't find the music. Please, the name, sir, please. Hello, sir.
Don't worry. I told you I was going to call you yesterday, but when I wanted to do that, I don't know what went wrong with my phone. But you still
Okay, sir.
call me in the afternoon. If I
Okay,
don't call
sir.
you before
Okay.
2, call me so I can forward it to you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. But on this line,
Yes, call me on this line.
thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very
But the
much.
carrying on, Yoruba will go down. They have been imposing our people. Even people that they will don't go to get money, open business. They will sell car driver to come and see them. Yoruba, wait for me. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. Our people must understand how it functions. We cannot be living here and be watching some criminal-minded individual toy on the destiny of the next generation. Anybody that is benefiting from Nigeria, all of a sudden, will lose their sense of morality. It can't continue that way. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Hello. Good morning, George Onyibe.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Jocelyn. I'm from Lagwa, Abombise, Ukwato, in Biafran lands. I'm here in United Kingdom, Scotland, precisely. I am the coordinator of Scotland. So, good morning, fellow Biafrans. I've been following you for long. What I'm trying to say this morning, I don't know exactly the particular law Britain have for this Fulani, which is they are strangers in the whole country, that zoo country. I don't know why Britain want to replace Biafra land with Fulani. We don't have, no Biafra have any common boundary with the Fulani. We never come close with these people. These people, even if they are tiny countries, alone, Aguirre, pursue Congo, Brazzaville, rebels, go and check it, it's online. How will Britain compelling us using gun and bullets, fighting us? We never fought them when they were in Biafra land. They come to Biafra land, they come to my village. My village gives them everything. The king go go and ask. I've said it to Mazi Austin, Chika Austin. Why is these people trying to ruin our life and our future? And so-called the elites in our land, with this criminal politician they have, they are helping them to take over our land and give it to foreigners. Has any Igbo man or has any Biafra man contest any land to any other country they belongs to? You give them land, they say give them land. But they never did any empire to any Biafra outside that, outside the zoo country. Why is Britain are behaving like that? That's my question this morning. So
they are behaving the way they are behaving because they want to lay or have a legitimate claim to our land. They came with the lie that it was their company. They invested on Royal Niger Delta. When the company or their history of fraudulent activity and association with our people was exposed, because we have things like Kayama Declaration, which was actually one of the things that exposed their fraudulent activities, among others. They changed it. Fulanis are not Nigeria. The same way they brought terrorists called Freddy Lugard from India, one area boy from India, to come and colonize us, and people call him Lord. The same way they brought Fulanis. But the job that you have more hopeless Fulani people without vision, who think they can live on the expense of other people. Their anointing is to lead cow, trek the whole world. They should be proud of themselves and start trekking. But they say, no, we want that oil. It is easy for a lazy man. Don't you know the story of Solomon? The dead woman, both child dead.
yeah.
So the Fulani don't want to die of hunger alone, but they don't know it is their cause. If they like, let Fulani control the whole gold, silver, and diamond in the world. They will still produce beggar. It is their cause. They have to bear it. They will still produce terrorists. It is their cause. They have to deal with it. They will still be hopeless. That is why every army man is a general. Every Fulani is a general in the army. You don't see their doctor, medical doctor. Of course, they can give you doctorate degree. Don't you see the Chief Justice, Fulani man driving an aeroplane? These are willing to, perfect to, for Britain to use to manipulate. And there are people who want me to see them as lawyers, Nigerians from different extraction. They say that I'm a barrister. What do you do about the jihadis, or did I say jihadis? The Sharia lawyer who is driving plane as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Why do you do that? And you want me to respect you as a lawyer or a judge?
Sir, excuse me, sir. What I'm afraid of is that we have our brother Kayemo there, Festus Kayemo. even disgracing himself.
No, what they are doing is they even play game with us. Very soon now you will hear, oh, Kayama have dashed one Igbo boy in Ochanja market 200,000. Oh, he's a good man. This is how they deceive us. And Yetiwampu will be hailing them. If Britain come now and bring poison to give us here in Biafra land, many of us will start praising them. That is why I don't entertain nonsense. Because these people have so much worn us out. They know what they are doing. Everything they are doing is boiling down to one thing. They fear what we will become tomorrow, and they fear they will sink down in poverty without stealing resources from Biafra land. But our leader has said, come and steal, but let us be. But they always need dirty people to do the job. To undo Biafra, they have to pick one criminal-minded or blood-mixed Biafra to undo us. But we shall overcome.
It's a very sad time. I want to, we are having meeting on the 2nd of November. Help me announce that meeting. I mean, there are so many people in Scotland. You know, Scotland have problem before, and we are just trying to rebuild it now. So I would like to tell fellow Biafra, wherever, if you have their relatives, if you have anybody you know in Scotland, reach them that we're having meeting in Scotland. They can get my phone number and call me. So our meeting will be on the 2nd of November, 2019. So I am calling every IPOB, whoever that comes to Scotland, to join IPOB Scotland. And I want to use this media to say, no, the mother of our leader died, and the man has still bearing the purse and carrying the burden of Biafra, which is a good leader who wants to lay his life for his people. We must to support, we must to pray for him, we must to ask God for wisdom and knowledge. Yeah, it has happened, it has happened. I know it's a trauma. Nobody can bear what that family is bearing. They are truly there indeed. Thank you, fellow Biafra, and God bless you. We'll keep on talking.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
I'm calling from Aba.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please. Go ahead, please.
Okay. My name is Eunice Abayejole. I'm calling from Aba. I gave my number to you so that I can join the family. But since I gave the number, one of the connector called me. Since then, they have not connected me to the place. He asked me where I live. I told him, but since then, I have not had any reply. I called him again, and he asked me to wait, that he will call somebody that will come, that is nearer to the place I live. Up till now, I have not had anything.
Remind me about this issue on that same WhatsApp, and I will respond to you again.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm very happy. Each time I listen here, my heart is so full. That's why I want to come nearer so that I will belong to a family.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
God is faithful.
Keep on. God will bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Bye-bye.
Our people must understand. We cannot be living this way. Some group of people will come, they will just deceive us, we will clap for them. But at the end of the day, what is at stake is at stake. We are waiting for them. You want to do election, presidential election, you people don't know what is coming for you. Just group of people, they will go and collect money, they will settle them, and then they come on the expense of their own children. Because your children, you have succeeded in taking them to the country and other people built. The country men and women bled for. No, it will not always be this way. Are you there, caller on the line?
Good morning, Madam.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
I'm from Owasa. My name remains Adendo. I use this time now to tell our leader, so as you speak, you say that your people don't say this happened. His mother will not die. let him continue. Every time I keep silent and watching exactly what he has. The people that I have here is sharing what he are saying. Only this Fulani that are created to be beggars in the world, to take the leg with their leg everywhere, eating grasses as Janama eat. Then they are going to suffer. They are suffering now because Biafra have already come. I'm talking with our leaders, even our coordinator, Tidube, and all the strong members of IPOB. Let them continue. We are at the end. We have come to the end. Chugo Kikabiyama is going to lead us, and we are going to see what we are fighting for. Thank you, my Onyibe.
Thank you very much. We must continue. We have to do what we are doing in order to reduce the number of collateral damage, because it's going to be Biafra must be free. You forget about politics they play. Forget about people who sit on the seat of shame and disgrace themselves. But our people must know what we fought for, what we are fighting for. You must know what we represent. Don't let Nigerians deceive you. This morning now, go and look at their news headline. You will see promises upon promises. And then God will do in our poor man prayer. So waiting be big man prayer. God will do. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp? Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good morning. My African rep. Good. This is a massive over Friday evening. It's been nice to
Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Okay, sorry, it's due to the electric network lapses in Nigeria. It's what is happening in our land, particularly in Bonny State right now. The people are living in fear because of the fear of those who are to protect them. It's no longer a news on what is happening in Ebonyi State, how the government of Dave Umahi use the security operatives ranging from the SAS, the DSS, the army, to intimidate the people, including the Hausa Fulanis, who is working hard to protect their interests. Few of our members early this week Sunday, one is a zonal coordinator and one is a member of that unit in EZ, was arrested in his house as early as 2 a.m. the midnight for committing no crime. The only crime they committed was to be members of IPOB, and after being molested by the AK in the police at the state headquarters, they were forced to pay 46,000 naira for their release. And so many people can no longer go to their farms because the Fulanis are occupying everywhere. Quite unfortunate, the governor are not doing anything. The government, they're not doing anything about it. Instead, if the IPOB media publish news on what is happening in the state, the information reaching us yesterday was that they have set up some persons of the DSS to go after all the IPOB media in Ebonyi State. So we're also using this opportunity to let the whole world know what is happening in our land how our people are being subjected into fear. People no longer go to their farms. If you try to report or make comments on the social media about what is happening, about the evil going on, they will go after you. So right now, if anything happens to any of our media personnel or any IPOB member in Ebonyi State, let the world know of it. But the truth is that we are not going to keep quiet. We must continue to make sure that whatever it is we will do to expose the evil going on in our land, we will continue to do it. A day before yesterday, on Monday, one of our members, still in the Z, was stopped on the road around 7 o'clock. The man at the age of 40-something was badly brutalized. This one, they used the thugs, and the hands and the legs were well wounded. What crime did he commit? No crime. According to him, he said when they met him, they asked him, which camp do you belong? You belong to the camp that castigates the government or the camp that supports the government. The man answered that he don't belong to anyone, that he don't even understand what they are saying. That was the only crime that the man committed, and they start beating him. Beat him to his hands and his legs were almost paralyzed. Right now, the man is on a serious medication. So all this evil they are committing against our people, all is towards in the 2023 presidential election. Because the Kabas has promised Dave Umahi the seat of the presidency deputy. And for him to achieve that, he is putting everybody in danger in this state, using all manner of force.
Thank you very much.
To do everything. So what we are telling him and the whole world is to be aware that we are not going to give up on what we believe in. And we are not running away from this state. This state is ours.
Thank you very much.
We are equal to the task, and we must continue to let the world know what is happening in our land. Thank you very much. I bless you and bless all the Biafrans all over the world. And to all our family in Ebonyi State, we are urging you to remain resolute. Go on your normal business. Do not entertain any fear. Whatever it is that you see,
thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We must continue. Our people must remain focused. Are you there, caller on the line?
I am here, George Onyibe. Good morning, Abubo from London.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, George Onyibe, I say let me thank you once again for your tenacity and your brain you have towards issue relating to Africa, even though, and Europe as well, even though you haven't lived in Europe. I am happy that I'm a Biafran, because black people have suffered enough from the hand of white people. And all this nonsense will end when we kick Fulani people out. Sorry to the last caller. I want to tell you, stop doing anything and calling the world. They want you dead. The only way for you to save yourself, you see this police, army, SAS, you see in your land, in Biafra land. They are there to take order to kill you.
They are operational forces.
Equip yourself and take these guys out. Any means necessary. I say, any means necessary. Do it. I say to you, do it. They are there to kill you. So, Johnny, let me tell you something, yeah? I don't know the problem of Biafran politicians since 1960 till today. They know they have been stupid. My problem is, why can't you people get up together and say, Fulani, we have been stupid for you for a very long time. Now we want it to end. Are these people, maybe 3 George Onyibe, after you Google it, Tavistock Institute. This is where they invent things to control people's minds. They are based in UK. Maybe Tavistock Institute to have destroyed Biafran politicians. They have destroyed their head. A common Fulani you cannot handle. These people are there to kill you. Fulani is there to kill you. They are not your friends. Push these people out of where they come from. Take them away. Yeah? Today, you can see Obi, you can see Eze, who don't want to get involved in communal land within brother and brother. How come Eze and Obi can give land to a Fulani person? How come? And you want to tell me we will continue with this sort of people? You're going to tell me we're going to continue with these people?
It is not possible.
Please, I tell everybody, please, stop waiting for Europeans to come and save you. Their country is good. They give no damn about you.
And their country is good because they are feeding on the misery of our people. They are even more afraid for our freedom. And they can help us. They fear the day we will be free. They will go bankrupt in 1 week. They know this truth. I challenge Britain. If Nigeria is divided today, Britain will fall. What do they produce? Pure water? Is it Opel? What do they produce? Oil. They are theft. Oil theft, that is what they are. They are within our backyard now with their mother vessels, stealing oil unaccounted for, because Fulani representing British government is there to kill us with AK-47, that some conspirators around the globe are aiding and abetting them. They share us like meat among themselves. Go ahead, please.
Judge Onyibe, if you read the history of Britain are criminals. Did you hear me? They are criminals. They reap from people. That is their way. If you check the proper name of Britain, I haven't checked it. If I analyze it, you will see who these people are. Not what you are seeing. You know, when you see them face to face, they speak to you calmly, nicely. Story. They will look at you, they will monitor you.
Hypocrites.
They will go inside and look at how they're going to steal from you. This is their way. Judge Onyibe, I'm saying it now, yeah? You see this visa they created. Biafra will be the first country to tell Europeans, hello, this visa, we must remove this visa for black people. Once we give them this law, they know we are here to do business. Judge Onyibe, thank you, because it takes me 60 minutes, 50 times calling before I get you. Thank you for doing a good job. Thank you very much. Thank you, Biafran. Please gather yourself together and do the right thing and stop waiting for Europeans. They will never come. They only keep you quiet when you are lazy. If you're lazy for yourself. Just think about it. How can America come and support people that you know that they
know they are murderer?
Huh? Yeah, come on,
even Donald Trump won as a president. We went on the street to rejoice. They kill us. Has Donald Trump said anything? But of course, kingdom rise and kingdom fall. Is it not our right to do what we are doing? Our people should wake up. Of course, it looks impossible, considering the number of nations that are against the freedom of Biafra. The very country that predate all of them. We were here before China came. We were here before Japan came. We were here stronger than Indian before Indian came. We were here before Britain came. We were here before Europe. We were here before the France. We were here before the Germans. We were here before the Americans. We are the ancient people. And then somebody come, you concoct us. You make stupidity out of us. Because there are some black people who has failed to stand up to their challenges. You don't know all of them bled to be free. These children of Satan, these children of Lucifer, here on earth, we shall expose you. You better release your nuclear weapon. We are only talking to reduce the level of collateral damage. Because those of you who are speaking grammar, if they tell you, say this rain no go fall, then the person they deceive you. We don't threaten people, we make you a promise. The earlier you put yourself together, the better for all of you. Be speaking grammar there. No country in the world will save all your children. If you like, take them out anywhere in the world. You see, our last mother said something. Their brain is no longer intact. Nobody goes to Aso Rock, that place they call Aso Rock, from Biafra land and come back normal. Nobody goes there. The one that have a strong spirit, if he goes to Aso Rock, if he come out, he used to be outspoken, he'll become mute. That is the one with strong spirit. But others who used to represent the truth for their people, the moment they go to Aso Rock, they are coming back with AK-47. Do you know that most of our governors and politicians have killed more of our people than Fulani herdsmen? You think we don't know what is going on? But they remove their brain. Where is Ibe Kachuku, who wanted account of the oil? He know the last time I saw him, he was in Dubai dressing like Muhammadu Buhari. Where are all of them? Where are all of them? You don't go there and remain the same, except you are a true son. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Go ahead, please. Good morning from here.
Yes, I'm still here. Yeah, good morning from Thailand here. My name is Nnamogene. I am from Ihamufu, Biafra land. I just want to thank you immensely for your good job. What you have been doing, you have been inspired some of us here. Even when we are sleeping, your voice, you wake us up and listen to your voice of words of wisdom. Now, before I go, I want to thank my people from East Nihamufu for looking up to join IPOB, and I'm very, very happy for them. I pray that they continue with this, so at the end of the day, we will rejoice in the Biafra land. And finally, I just thank everybody who has been working assiduously to know that Biafra station is a thing of the past. God bless you immensely. You are number 3 now, because everybody wants to hear from John Onyibe. I thank God for you, and I'm happy to talk with you this morning. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you, my brother. God is faithful. Our people must remain focused. Our people must understand the reason why we are here. Our people must not shift their ground. The war is heavier than we can imagine. Should I say bigger than us? But our God is bigger than all of them. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? Of course, that is Zoo Epileptic Network. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Paul, calling from Liberty, Gabon, Maze. Since I've been trying to get you online and call you personally, because here in Libreville, my coordinator said that I should call you and make arrangement with you. I have to call you on after the program. I don't know whether it's this line or we send me your number.
Call me on this line from 12 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you. What I want to say this morning concerning what you are saying about our politicians and our people. You know, our people, they are the one keeping us in dungeon we are living in, because it's our politicians. I want to make people understand that we, IPOB, everybody must not be deceived again, because these politicians are the ones putting us in problem, and we must deal with them before everything. Because I'm on saying it, because we have to fight them. We have to make sure that we deal with them as we have already started, and we must go further for them to know that we are serious of what we are saying, because we cannot continue suffering and smiling, because this is what we call suffering and smiling. All over the world, you see Biafrans scattered everywhere. We everywhere suffering and be intimidating with some of other countries, because we are strangers in their land. While we have the resources, we have things can contain everybody in our land, but we teach you to use Fulani to subdue us, and they make us to scatter the world. And our politicians cannot see all those things. What they are trying to gather is for their children. Children. I don't know. So why they are doing all those things? That's why I am telling Biafrans, all IPOB around the world to stand up, to wake up, and to stop this evil in our land. So, my brother, what I have to say this morning, our leader, Mazin Andekaro, I know that you're a brave soldier. You are the man indeed. May Chukwu guide you, protect you, give your heart to bear the laws of our great mother. What you say that our mother did Biafra, I have already seen it, because after the death of the mother, you keep on pursuing what you are pursuing. That shows that you are a great man, and you respect your mother's word. That your mother needs Biafra, and that Biafra must come indeed. Thank you, my brother.
Much.
Remain blessed.
And you too. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yes, Matthew.
Go ahead.
Good
please.
afternoon. Good afternoon, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Eni Chineke. I'm calling from Malaysia. Matthew Onyibe, I just have some question to ask. My simple question this afternoon is, let's use Africa as a case study. Assuming Africa, if they should rise up and say enough is enough to Western powers, to your tent, O Israel, we want to be on our own. We want to use our own God-given resources to control our life and destiny, to build our nation the way Asians are doing today. They are building their nations, developing everywhere. Things are going smoothly for them without the Western powers coming to interfere to them. If Africa should stand up and do the same thing, will heaven fall down? This is just my simple question.
Of course, heaven will fall down. Britain and the people feeding on the misery of Africa, including that Asian nation, they will bring heaven down. Do you know if you have crude oil, you are not allowed to have refinery? Do you know if you have diamond, you are not allowed to have facilities that gives you diamond? Do you know that if you have gold, you are not allowed to use things that have gold? Do you know that every gift God gives to you, they will not allow you to have the other part of it? That is why in Nigeria, there is no form of liquid gas oil we don't have here. But do we have refinery? Heaven and earth will fall because all of them will go bankrupt. The very technology they parade themselves that they own, we owns them. We owns them. Our fathers built it for them. And then what do? They took the template. They register it. It becomes their own. We owns them. Can't you see what our people do without even going to school? Can't you see it? Just leave it. Heaven and earth will fall. Where would they export their worn-out cloth, second-hand cloth, fairly used cloth to? Who will buy their okereka? Who will buy their tokumbo moto? Don't you know they don't sell plane to any country that don't manufacture new plane? They won't sell new plane to you. Don't you know that their genetic enhanced chicken will not sell again? Don't you know they will not control our drugs again, pharmaceutically? Don't you know that when they send us cancer through bra, that we will cure it? Don't you know if they give us this sovereignty, they will go bankrupt? Nobody will be importing Tianchi or Xianchi. Nobody will be importing any drug. Don't you know nobody will go to German? Did you not hear a doctor was arrested for carrying out a surgical operation successfully without being a doctor, and black chimpanzees are arresting him? He has committed crime. Heaven and earth will fall, my brother. But we will help them fall this heaven and earth, even before they dream of it. Go ahead, my brother.
So, Mazi Onyibe, if you watch, I believe everything that is happening to Africa these days, I so much believe that the time of redemption is close, and Chukwu Abiyama is doing something great. If you watch, Europe is no longer as before. The rate that the Asian economic is now booming here and there. And if you watch what is happening today now, can come in, and China, they are taking that advantage to make sure that they will build ally with Africa, to make sure that they themselves will come in now to see how they can develop
They
Africa
are
as a
trying to
continent, as a
colonize
nation.
Africa. Nobody is coming to build Africa. China, Japan, they are coming to recolonize us. They build companies in their own language. You must read it. They don't employ our people in our own land, except for Gateman. They are trying to recolonize us. They mean us no good. And without apology, don't let them deceive you. Any building they build in your land, without them, you cannot manage it. Not to talk about technology. They are here to recolonize us. And let us pray we don't fall into their hand. Because this Britain we are shouting, you will know Britain is angel compared to those people. Let them not deceive you, my brother. Let them go and develop their land. Let them go and live in the moon and leave us here like chimpanzee and monkey that we are. Because this is the only thing that will ensure our survival. Why did they kill Gaddafi? Why did they kill those who fight to liberate and unite the blacks? We don't want any development. I don't want China development. I don't want American development. I don't want Britain development. I don't want India development. I want our development. I want the black development. Can't they boast of our own technology and come and learn from us? Are they better than us? Except they are criminals and we are not yet ready to rob like them. I don't want any of them. They should not help us. Let them live on their own. That is what we want. That is what it means to be the author of your destiny. That is what we fight for. Our right to self-determination. Only hopeless black man. We beg America, China, Russia, Japan, Indonesia, Israel, or any other country in the world to come and build their land for them. We want to remain chimpanzee that we are. And then we build banana island, eat enough banana and without letting anybody bother our life. This is the freedom we seek for. We call it fresh air. Don't let them deceive you. Go ahead, please.
So, well, Mazi Onyibe, the only thing is we just pray that Chukwu Abiyama will help us so that Biafra will be a nation of their own, so that who will even help other African nations to develop themselves. Because with what is happening now across the globe, you see that both Western powers and Asian, they are competing to see how they will come to Africa. To me, I was even thinking that even Asia will be more better than the way Europe have
just mark what
Africa
I tell you.
For so long.
If Asian have access in Africa the way Britain have and France have, we will sing their praises in the nearest future. We don't patronize anybody. We tell them the truth. We just say, let African be. Let us cure our disease. You think without Britain that a Fulani man will come and talk where I'm talking to? Tie 10 Nigerian army together. If I blow the one for front, 10 of them will die immediately. But are we the one killing people? Then when they carry AK-47, all those Timonanga will be assaulting us, defiling our women before our very eye. Because there is a devil behind them pushing them. Let Africans solve their own problem. God has made a strong African not to derive joy in killing others. But the weak one, out of fear of the unknown, the same way these poor countries you think they are global power are so poor, the fear of not becoming poor is what makes them to enslave those that are richer than them. What do they have? Just try and understand how they work. I tell you, if Asian get hold of Africa, just a bit of what Britain and France have, we are gone as a people. By now, maybe this radio will be inside a one beef container. Then as I call, I say, yes, I am a beef container. I don't know what they call all this meat they put inside container. By now, all of us will be ending up in pot of soup. That is why our people say, no fee. Leave all those people. Come to Port Harcourt. They are the one building the new international airport. Go there. It looks like Japan already. Or is it China? Just go there. Just go there. All those things all of them are doing. If they don't let us go, we will run on the offense and let the whole world stand up and pass a bill and say, kill these people. And when they kill us, they will enslave the next country and any country that will speak the way we speak. Because we ask for what we ask, they shall descend on them until there is nobody left here. Kingdom rise and kingdom fall. We want to go. None of them will help us. They're killing our people more than you can imagine. There is somewhere is it Bangkok? I can't remember. Somebody from there jumped down from a story building, and the police in that country have to arrest the whole black people in that community and said they did 419. That is why that girl died. They should give account why that girl have to commit suicide. And a brother living there called me and said, this is what we are going through. Is that the people who love us? Don't you see South Africa doing xenophobia, killing their fellow black man? Have you seen them kill any white man? There is a game that is playing. We've seen them all. There are things that bombast at night. IPOB and her leadership is here to respond to them. Don't worry, my brother, you have said it all. Chukwu Kikabiama will do what he has to do because he's the only one who can do what no man can do. Thank you very much. My time is up already.
Okay, Mazi.
We will continue.
Okay, Mazi. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Every Biafran, anywhere you are in the world, our leader never said this journey will be easy. Mazi Mefo repeatedly tell us it will be convoluted, which is even easier than we thought. When I see that they are the assassin, they are police, they are Boko Haram, and then we are shivering. For where? Tyranny. I will sign off from here. Do have a wonderful day, Biafrans. Just remain focused. We don't want to conquer anybody. We really don't hate anybody. I, as a person, I don't hate Yoruba. I don't hate our Wasa Fulani. But you see what they are doing to us? With cruel hatred, have I hated all of them? And as they continue there, they will wish I hated them. It would have been better for them. But of course, in the end, it is going to be all right. It is going to be all right. Make no mistake about it.
Of this genocide. This song is dedicated to the victims of this genocide. Those who lost their lives from 1967 to this very moment.
I had to do this song with we will. My brother man, I don't believe you. Shake a man could beat you. My brother man, listen up. Tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell the wounded he's gonna be alright. The spirit of our fathers. Follow me, tell everybody he's gonna be alright. See the bad loans wanna bring us down. The money that we keep rising up. See betrayers wanna bring us down. The money that we keep rising up. Bring your gun and your bullet and bazooka and your grenade and Biafrans. We will fight till the end. See them sabotage us, playing cowardice in the corner. But we will win them all. I said we will win them all. Kanu is the leader. He says he's gonna be alright. He's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell that Biafran soldier that he's gonna be alright. Tell that Biafran soldier he's gonna be alright. Follow me, tell the wounded he's gonna be alright. Tell our mothers, our fathers that he's gonna be alright. Tell our mothers, our fathers that he's gonna be alright. Oh.
I remember a very good brother man from my nation, Biafra land. Hey. Oh na na na, what a wicked world. I want a junior, another dead Biafrans, shot by the government. because of our freedom. We are fighting for a better life. One thing I know, forward ever, backward ever. We will one day avenge day, someday, sometime. So tell that Biafra soldier that is gonna be alright. I need to tell that Biafra soldier that is gonna be alright.